the Cuban government routinely disseminates misinformation and disinformation, which is why the U.S. government is calling for an independent probe.
The speedboat was registered in Florida. Facebook and Instagram's parent company have plans to notify parents if their teenagers use social media to search for self-harm content. Tech contributor Ian Scher.
The fact that Meta has gone through the effort of creating this feature shows that there is a need for it, and hopefully that it can make a difference in at least saving some lives.
Couple of food recalls may have you rethinking a fruit plate for lunch. CBS's Stacey Lynn.
Nearly 56,000 pounds of frozen blueberries are under a top-level recall for possible listeria. The product was distributed by Oregon Potato Company. Meanwhile, Walmart's Great Value cottage cheese is being recalled in 24 states over pasteurization concerns.
In New York City, the NYPD has just announced the first arrest in Monday's massive snowball fight in Washington Square Park. Suspect charged with assaulting 2 officers. This is CBS News.
Looking for spring jewelry looks? Find them at Jewelry Television. New customers get $20 off purchases of $99 or more at jtv.com.
Jen, I didn't know you shopped here.
Hey, I'm hunting for something fresh for spring.
Oh, girl, skip them all. Jewelry Television has the best spring looks right now.
JTV, way ahead of you. Just hit up jtv.com yesterday, scored the cutest clover earrings, 2 tennis bracelets, and this gorgeous pearl ring.
Right now, new customers get $20 off any purchase of $99 or more at jtv.com.
Oh, and gold hoops and this turquoise bracelet.
Just a couple things, huh?
Maybe more than a couple.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I own a coffee shop, and I wanted to label everything with our logo.
That's ambitious.
Cups, boxes, bags.
Ooh, that'll add up.
Not at all, because right now, Staples prints custom labels for 30% off.
30% off? That's shockingly affordable branding.
Yep, now our logo and URL are seen all over town.
Brand your business for less at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in store, online, or in the app by 4/4 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/.
I get a radio that's kind of possessed.
It's Coast to Coast AM overnight, every night.
You have a possessed radio?
Yeah.
WGNS Murfreesboro.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
We're the Good Neighbor Network. FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro. FM 100.5 Smyrna. Audio and video streaming at WGNSradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
Good morning. This is Bill Kraus on the Thursday morning edition of the WGNS Radio Roundtable. An opportunity and time to meet the men and women who make Rutherford County and the surrounding areas second to none in all aspects of life. And I couldn't go any further without introducing, or I should say reintroducing, a gentleman who has been with us a number of times, a gentleman who I have the greatest respect for both personally and professionally, a man who just really has been in the leadership role over a quarter of a century of Middle Tennessee State University, the one and only Dr. Sidney McPhee. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. It's great to be with you again.
Always is. And rather than me do it, I want you to introduce this young lady next to you who you've known a little while.
Yes, as our special guest this morning, we have my Chief of Staff, Executive Assistant to the President, Ms. Kimberly Edgar, who has been with me as a colleague for really over 30 years. During my stay as a Senior Vice Provost at the University of Memphis, the Board of Regents, and now 25 years at MTSU. She actually runs the university, if you really want to know the truth.
I would agree in my association or communications with Kim. You don't mind me calling you Kim. She has just been second to none. And, coming from a world of many years of public service, I specifically value the men and women who are not just holding a job, they're holding a commitment and a passion and a dedication. So welcome aboard. Certainly we do want to say and ask you at least your suggestion and advice. Thousands of us certainly shared our condolences and sympathy on the unanticipated and certainly the non-required or whatever we want to say on that, the recent passing of Mrs. McPhee. Out of wishes, and many people have asked, where could they make a dedication, a donation, support in her name and in her honor?
Yes. Let me first say that on behalf of my family, I want to really express appreciation for the incredible outpouring of love and care and support this community has shown the McPhee family. In particular, I saw the manager for Chick-fil-A 2 nights ago and thanked him for the sign that they had up on the billboard of Chick-fil-A asking prayers for the McPhee family. It's been a very, as you would imagine, a very difficult period and time in the lives of our family. So we just want to express great appreciation for the outpouring of support. As you know, Liz was very much embedded in this community as a volunteer, as an educator, and just as a very caring person. And we have established a scholarship in her honor, a memorial scholarship at MTSU, that we are asking individuals to provide any support, any contribution to that scholarship, because education was her life. Mm-hmm. She taught in the school system here.
Which schools,
for many,
could I ask?
Reeves Rogers.
Okay.
Yes, the School for Gifted and the Magnet School at the university. She has been very much centered on helping people of all walks of life, but particularly students, not only in the public school system, but also at the university. Mm-hmm. So the scholarship, one can make a contribution to the MTSU Foundation, Memorial Scholarship in the name of Miss Elizabeth McPhee. In addition, the website actually is www.mtsu.edu/give, and that link will take you directly to the opportunity for you to make a donation. In addition, she's been very engaged with the hospital board, the Rutherford Ascension Foundation Board. That is also an organization that we have asked memorials to be sent. And I want to thank the community. The university has given me a report along with the foundation. And those of you who have already contributed, I just want to say thank you for your generosity that will help for us to memorialize and remember the great work that she has done in this community. So thank you for asking about that, Bill.
What is the scholarship criteria? Is it in a particular field, or is it just a broad field with MTSU?
Need. Broad, very, very much need. And that has been one of her focus. Mm-hmm. And just an aside, in fact, the last hour of her life, she actually was working on a charitable event to support student athletes the day she died. That just gives you a sense of the individual and the caring nature. She always think about others and what she can do to help the lives of others. in the community.
I asked that question for a particular reason. Yes, there's scholarships and scholarships and scholarships that basically are academic direction or need direction. But I think if you could be identifying recipients or potential recipients who had that same care and that same love and that same passion and commitment for their fellow citizen, their fellow person, that probably even adds to the tribute.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that would obviously be one of the criteria as we set it up. We're just looking for individuals who not only have a need, but also are able to demonstrate or exhibit the kind of characteristics and the values that Liz McPhee had when she was on this earth.
Perfect. Now, let's get to MTSU. I'm going to put Kim on the spot. Don't mind me, Kim. I do things kind of unrehearsed and unexpected. If there was one word to describe MTSU in your association, commitment, dedication, and experience, is there one word to describe MTSU?
Caring.
Why am I not surprised at that? And that's why you and Dr. McPhee are such a phenomenal combination. Caring.
Yes, sir.
That is terrific. Caring by staff, caring by faculty.
All of the above.
And caring by students for each other. The ability to bring out. You have how many students now? It's about 22,000?
20,000 plus, close to 21,000 students. And Ms. Edgar is absolutely right. It's what we hear from students, graduates, individuals that come to the campus. Even though it's a large campus, they don't feel like they're on a large campus. And the university is very much student-centered in providing support for our students. And a good example of that in terms of the support we get from the community, the Experience Church just last year provided over $100,000 to the university to support many of our students who are in need, because the majority of our students are first-generation college students. They come from economically challenged homes, very smart, very bright. Their needs are really great. And because of the caring nature of this community, that is also part of what MTSU is all about. I just want to give a shout out to the leadership at the community church, Experience Church, along with members for their great generosity. It is making a difference in the lives of our students.
But what is so fascinating, based upon what you said, when you talk about need, it's not only financial need, especially first generation coming into as part of the assimilation, if you may, into the American culture. That American culture of care and need and passion and concern, something that should be and is in many cases priority of our lives, the point of need that they are part of a family. And I always say, and this is a personal thing of mine, every first class I ever teach, I said, it's my objective to say that every weekend you're going to say, I can't wait till Tuesday night. That's the most exciting, motivating, encouraging part of my life.
Yes.
Making the classroom, quote, not just a place to learn, but a place to experience love, compassion, commitment, and collaboration.
And that what makes a great community.
Yes.
It makes a great world.
Yes.
The experience, the opportunity to have that kind of value of people that you have an opportunity to learn about your neighbor and be concerned about not only what's going on in your lives, but also the lives of others. That caring, and I think Ms. Edgar hit the nail right on the head with that one word.
Exactly.
And that's what I hear constantly from students, from parents, our faculty, our staff, really demonstrate that caring environment and that attitude towards our students.
I have to ask this. How was the caring for sports this year? How did we all do on the field and the court?
Well, we're doing okay. Our tennis team is doing exceptionally well.
Are they making a racket?
They're doing very, very well.
They're making a racket?
Yes, they're making a racket. I like that. That's no pun intended. But that I need to remember that one, Bill. You're sharp. Both our basketball team, very young, and particularly our women's basketball team. Our coach tells me that they're starting 3 freshmen. And they're still in the thick of things in terms of their performance and being able to make the tournament in a couple of weeks. And our men's team are in the middle of the pack as well. Mm-hmm. And so we're looking forward to an exciting football upcoming season. I think it might be helpful to you have as a guest our football coach, Coach Mason.
Would love to.
He will tell you all about the great athletes that we are recruiting. But I also want to say that while winning is important, what we are most proud of our athletic program and our students is the fact that MTSU ranks as one of the top universities in the United States in graduating its student athletes. In fact, our football team has a 94% graduation rate over the last several years, and we are one of the only public universities that are recognized by the NCAA for the excellence of our university graduation rate.
Does that evolve from recruitment originally, and recruitment is not only taking consideration of their excellence on the field, but their excellence in their academic pursuits?
Yes, yes, and that is something that we really emphasize at the university. Yes, we want great athletes, but we also, the most important thing is that they get an education, that they become productive citizens. And that is a statistics that we brag about. We want them to win not only on the courts and in the field, but also in the classroom and on the academics. And MTSU really is a model for that among major universities.
How is your overall graduation rate from the time a student enters, either as a freshman or a transfer student? Are they all marching down the aisle at graduation?
Actually, for the university, our peer institution, MTSU graduation rate is one of the highest, even among the LGIs, the locally governed institutions in the state of Tennessee. We have our retention rate is hovering around 80%, and for a major comprehensive university, that is very, very, very good. That's up there. It's an area that we put a lot of emphasis in. About 10 years ago, we hired 50 additional academic advisors, full-time advisors, for a total of over 100 advisors now that work with students from the day that they identify their interest into MTSU until they graduate. Most importantly is the number of graduates that we put in this community each year.
Yes.
Over 4,000 to 5,000 graduates MTSU produces each year.
Well, you're the primary source for our school districts.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
Teachers, of course.
Teachers, we produce more teachers for the state than any other university. And the other thing that we're proud of with our graduate, not that we only graduate our students, they stay.
Yes.
70% of all of our alums, graduates, stay within the Middle Tennessee area. And I'm told about 54% stay within 1 to 2 hours of the university or the Nashville area.
No, you can't beat the area. That's why.
Absolutely.
You can't beat living in this community.
Absolutely.
And you also have, and I know this from personal experience and seeing them on campus, you have a phenomenal rapport and relationship with the community college graduate. And believe it or not, and as a grandparent who funded children into school, believe it or not, if a child is not necessarily geared initially to know what they want to do in the undergraduate first 2 years, go to a community college like Motlow State, and then make the transition at the junior year.
Some of our best students are from the community college, and MTSU has had the designation identified and numbers coming out of the Tennessee Higher Education Commission. We are the #1 transfer institution in the state of Tennessee.
Wow.
Students who transfer from a community college or a four-year university, and that statistic is tracked by the Tennessee Higher Education Commission. MTSU is the #1 destination. 52 to 55% of all of our 20 to 21,000 students are from transfer institution.
Is that a fact? That's
the majority of our
phenomenal
students.
fact.
And it's not by accident.
No.
We have a division transfer office. In fact, Ms. Edgar and I, each summer, particularly prior to the pandemic, we would make our rounds in visiting the president and the community colleges of everyone in the state.
The state of Tennessee.
We would go and talk to them about the experience that they're hearing about students transferring to MTSU. How can we do a better job in that area? We have what we call a reverse transfer, where students, we provide support for those students coming from community college or those going from MTSU to a community college. The relationship is very strong between the university and our community colleges.
And carrying that one step further, reaching out to not only the high school population, how low in the school rating do you go? Do you start acclimating elementary school students to a college life?
Absolutely. And we have a number of our colleges and schools and academic programs that have partnership with the school system. And the earlier you are able to connect with these young people in the educational system, the better it is and the more successful you are in showing to them and getting the value of a higher education being an important thing for them. And MTSU, our number of applicants each year, we have about 12 to 15,000 applications each year for the university.
Wow.
So that partnership between the university and the school system is very important, and we do it in a number of ways, not only through recruiting, but also developing joint programs with the school system.
Let's get into the theatrical and music and that side of the campus and the world of so much of what you do in that field.
I tell folks that, and when we recruit faculty or staff, I tell them that in any given day, night, weekend, you can enjoy and experience a music production, a theater production, a performance on MTSU campus that you would think you were in New York on Broadway. And that truly is not an exaggeration. And that is an area that we feel bring value to this community. And those events and activities are open to the community. And many times I attend in Tucker Theater or in Wright Music Hall performances that members from the community are there enjoying, the orchestra, or enjoying a recital, or enjoying one of the plays that are put on by our theater department. We have one of the only dance program, degree dance program in the country. We have actually in the state of Tennessee, I should say, and they produce performances. So we have a very vibrant set of activities and opportunities for participation: music, theater, dance, and of course athletics.
I can recall, as you were talking years ago, still in California State University, Long Beach, and they had a program that my wife and I went to every year. You bought a ticket and you had dinner on campus, and the director of the play forthcoming that you were going to see that evening, or the conductor of the music, would meet over dinner and talk about all the insights and all the preparation and certain things to look for during the production. And it became a neat town and gown relationship, and we thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yes.
Do you have something like that? Dinner in the theater?
We haven't had anything of that recently, but I do remember several years ago we had an initiative like that, but not recently.
I would not be surprised if any initiative that comes to mind, you've already done it. We'll be right back after these words from those people that pay the bill.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
South Central Bank has 2 CD specials that will help your money grow. South Central Bank has a 5-month CD with an annual percentage yield of 4.15% or a 25-month CD with an annual percentage yield of 3.8%. 2 great ways to put your money to work. You choose the term that works best for you. $500 minimum balance to obtain the APY. Stop by any of our convenient South Central Bank locations today and take advantage of our 2 great rates. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
Mills Family Pharmacy.
Here at Mills Pharmacy, we do compound medications.
Craig Buckner with Mills Family Pharmacy.
Compounding medications are prescriptions that are not commercially available, or you need a special formulation. If it's a liquid, suppository, or a specialized cream, we make that in our lab.
Mills Family Pharmacy offers a wide range of compounding, all to create custom medications for you.
We're at 2994 South Church Street, next to Toots.
Customized services at Mills Family Pharmacy.
Good Neighbor Events is brought to you by the law offices of John Day, AmeriCare Pest Control, and Old National Bank.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $600 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $600 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through June 30th, 2026.
Now, WGNS Good Neighbor Events. The Rutherford County Library System is offering free computer classes over at the Technology Engagement Center. That's known as the Tech Center, TEC. For information about those free computer classes, get with the Tech Center. There is a grief support group every Wednesday morning at 10 at the St. Clair Senior Center in Murfreesboro. Sometimes getting together with others who are facing similar challenges is a great way to move forward. Once again, there's a free grief support group every Wednesday morning at 10 at the St. Clair Senior Center. That's at 325 St. Clair Street, near the Murfreesboro Square. And the Knights of Columbus Fish Fry is over at St. Rose of Lima Catholic Church every Friday night from 4:30 until 7 through March 27th. Oh yes, don't forget the Rutherford County Beekeepers Association meets on Monday night, March 2nd, 7 o'clock in the evening at the Lane Agri Park. That's the Rutherford County Beekeepers, Monday, March 2nd, 7 o'clock in the evening at the Lane Agri Park. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Rutherford weather.
Highs around 62. Today, under cloudy skies with a chance of rain showers. Mainly clear skies with fog and spots tonight, 38. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on News Radio WGNS. Right now, 55.
WGNS is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. If you've recently changed your phone number or email, make sure you update your details at mte.com. It's the best way for MTE to reach you quickly with important outage updates.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at WGNSradio.com.
Bill Kraus back on the WGNS Radio Roundtable, Thursday morning edition. We're having a wonderful and delightful and most interesting conversation with a dear friend, a gentleman who is certainly a leader in not only Middle Tennessee, throughout Tennessee, and I'm going to say throughout America's educational program. Dr. Sidney McPhee, finishing up his 25th year at MTSU as its president. And his right hand for well over 30 years, Kim Edgar. Kim, putting you on the spot one more time, and she's not going to like me after this. If there were 3 words to describe Dr. McPhee in your experience, 3 words, and I know I could do the
Maybe I need to leave the room right now.
No, 3 words besides the word caring, what would they be?
Dedicated.
Dedicated
Honest.
to life rather than just
Everything.
a particular job
Yes,
or an institution.
Honest.
Yep.
And I don't know if this is one word, but you know where he stands. He's not gonna
Waver.
beat around the bush.
Okay.
He'll do it in a very nice and polite way, but he's gonna let you know what his thoughts are and his feelings, and in the best interest of the university and his employees.
Let me ask you a couple questions, putting you on the spot. But Kim, I've totally appreciated you every time we've gone to set up a visit with Dr. McPhee. You have been second to none, not only your professionalism, but just your whole overview. He is so fortunate to have had you at his side. Does he have a sense of humor?
He does, and I might get in trouble for
a wicked sense of humor.
I might get in trouble for telling a couple of stories on him.
Do you mind, Dr. McPhee?
My ears.
Your ears are logged. Okay.
So one day we had Jimmy John's deliver lunch. And that was back when this young man used to come and bring his bicycle in our building. So Dr. McPhee, when he was delivering to another office, Dr. McPhee took his bicycle and hid it in our office.
Oh, my. Oh.
And the little guy was panicked there for a little bit, but it was all in fun.
I hope the Jimmy John's folks are not listening to this.
They might taint our food next time we order.
Now, tell me, he didn't just get on the bike and ride around the building.
No.
He didn't do that.
No, he did.
Wow.
And he does like to, Mary and I in our office, he does like to hide around the corner sometime and jump out at us.
You're kidding. And
I don't know. This was a good idea to bring her on this show. She was not supposed to be here.
That's my only 2 stories.
Yeah. That will be public on the air. Well,
It's all in fun. We've all worked together for a long time, and we're like family. And you have to mix a little fun with the work, or you would go crazy.
Oh, no question. I would say, Sidney, that even when you're thinking of something, Kim knows what you're thinking of before it's actually needed to be followed through.
That is true. That's not an exaggeration. And when you work with a person for such a long time that is competent, dedicated, that's the experience you have. And I say it, and not just in jest, but we have some incredible folks at the university.
Yes, you do.
And the longevity of our faculty, our staff, really gives you an indication of what the university is and how we value people And the work that we've done for this community, it is, we don't have to go out and beat our chest. The results speak for itself when you look at the overall growth, not just in facilities, in academic programs, in the students that we recruit. A good example of that is each year, as you know, the Tennessean does its best choice of business industry, etc., including higher education. And this is the third or fourth year that MTSU was ranked by the citizens, over 250,000 surveys, as the university, the best choice of academic institution in the state. And we have some great, particularly in the mid-state area, in the Nashville metro area. You have Vanderbilt, great university, TSU, you have Belmont, you have Lipscomb, and even the University of Tennessee, Knoxville was in that survey. MTSU came out as number one.
Wow.
And it's because of people like Miss Edgar, people like our faculty, our staff. They do a wonderful job. And I always tell folks the reason I've been blessed to be in this position for 25 years is not about because of Sidney McPhee. Truly, it is the incredible folks that do a wonderful, outstanding job of working with our students and providing the highest quality education.
And one of the interesting things about that, of course, leadership at the top creates the environment of which people tend to operate either positively, neutrally, or negatively. And you've created the positive environment. One of the things you mentioned about many of the faculty longevity, what is so unique about that? Yes, you could be at a job 20, 30 years. Do you become stale? Do you stay above what's coming? Do you stay above the changing trends, changing values, changing process, changing tradition? And your faculty certainly stays ahead of it. So if you've had a teacher in a particular class, you've been there, she's been there 30 years, she's contemporary.
That's
She's not
correct.
saying, well, back in 1983, this is the way you do
That's
it.
how we do it, and that's how we're going to continue to do it.
Exactly.
You are absolutely right, Bill. We have faculty and staff that are on top of their discipline. They are innovative. And like I said, just look at the results.
Yes.
You look at the university, the number of graduates we have that are doing incredible things, the Grammy winners that we have, our concrete construction management program, our aviation program, the pilots that you see. That's a result of the great work that's being done by our faculty and the staff at this university. And it's one of the reasons why enrollment continues to grow when other universities are struggling in that regard.
Keep ahead. Speaking of enrollment, you have a special emphasis to recruit, seek, attract older people not just coming back to get a better job, even in terms of the senior citizen who says, I'd like to be a role model for my grandchildren. If I'm going to college, I'm going to set it for my grandchildren.
Absolutely. And in fact, years ago, we established a college, the University College, with its main mission was to provide support for adult learners, adult students. And when you come to an MTSU graduation, one of the largest class you see is those who are graduating from MTSU, from our university college, that are not the typical 18 to 21-year-old, but individuals, grandparents, parents. I think one year we had an 85-year-old graduate that walked across the stage. And it's amazing the opportunity that people in the community, and we give credit for experience that they bring to the university that allows them to get an education. And most of it is to better themselves, not necessarily, to move up in their jobs, but to better themselves. So it's an area where our university has been a leader in providing educational support for our senior citizens, our adults.
I've had more than one person in their 50s and 60s, even in their 70s, and in fact, I actually had one in their early 80s, go back to school for one reason, not just to learn and refresh and stimulate their mind, but to say, I can keep up with my grandchildren. I know what they're talking about. When they refer to a singer, I now know what the singer is, and I'm not referring back to the 1940s or 1950s. And in terms of staying culturally abreast of things.
Yeah, we've had a number of graduates that remind me that a walk across the stage, the parent with the daughter, or the father with the son, or just a combination. And it's just a beautiful thing to see. And that is what MTSU is all about.
Exactly.
You know, we educate the average Tennesseans. We don't export talent. When students come to MTSU, they stay and be a part of the community, part of this state, part of this region.
I know I will be looking forward to graduation in end of next year, 2027, when my daughter and grandson go hand in hand for completion of their master's in digital marketing
at MTSU.
Yeah,
of course. I just want to make sure they are true blue.
Totally so.
Absolutely.
Jennifer has she'll probably get upset that I said this on the air. She has more of a little effort staying online and working online and the Zoom calls and what have you. Our grandson, Zach, I mean, he just like any young man or young woman, just zooms right in and everything is zat, and so forth.
And they're in a great program, that digital marketing, and that's another example that you've made, the point you've made, that we're not stale. That's the new programs that we bring on board. That really speaks to the needs of our community and that prepare individuals for jobs, the jobs of the future. And through our College of, now Scott Borchetta College of Media and Entertainment, they have been leaders, particularly in the media and entertaining area, audio production program, the list goes on. So make sure you get in contact with Miss Edgar during graduation, when that graduation comes up.
Absolutely.
She has connection where she can get you and your family some special seating for the graduation ceremony. So
and I'm allowed to stand up and yell when they're coming across the stage?
You are absolutely allowed to do that, yes.
I'll put the voice on. Let's go more on some of the successes and some of the new frontiers you've had on basic academic programs. We've talked music theater, we've talked sports, but just basic academic programs, the math, the sciences, the social sciences, the humanities, psychology.
Yes. And in fact, we, as you know, in the engineering area, we just opened up a $78 million new Mechatronics engineering building. We were one of the first universities to really develop that discipline and getting a degree. Just this past Tuesday, at our Board of Trustees committee meetings, we presented a proposal for a master's degree in mechatronics engineering. We're in the process, of course, of fermentation sciences, a new degree program we have had for a couple of years, hotel, tourism, restaurant management program. Many of our program in the sciences, as you know, we have one of the top buildings, $147 million science building just to teach biology and chemistry. That has allowed us to recruit some of the best and the brightest in the sciences at MTSU. And Bragg Point, we have a joint program, MD, BA to an MD program with Meharry Medical College, where we attract some of the most high ability students who have scholarship to Ivy League schools that come to MTSU. They spend 3 years at MTSU in an accelerated program. We work while they're at MTSU. They're connected with Meharry. They're automatically admitted to medical school once they graduate from MTSU, and they are put in an accelerated MD program. Our first cohort is graduating this year.
Great.
And will be working in a rural area. Part of that program to be admitted and accepted, you have to agree to work in a rural area of Tennessee, which, as you know, there's a great need, a significant need. So that's an example of, to your point, that the university is not stale.
Oh, no.
It continues to look for ways to address the emerging needs and the critical needs of the community.
Well, you just described something, and I doubt that too many people have observed what you just described. And where I'm going with this is a large institution can become awfully bureaucratic. It can be awfully structured, which you need a certain foundation. But despite the fact one of the top universities, certainly one of the top in the state, one of the top in the region, and certainly in the nation from its service point, you are always alive to create opportunity. And you're not having to go through 27 levels of bureaucracy to get something approved. Oh, I'm sure there's frustration at times.
That's correct.
But, every time you've been on the air, you've talked about a new program or series of new programs. So it isn't just the university keeping up, but the university has the potential and the structure to encourage innovativeness.
Absolutely. And to go along with that is a new program in quantum. As you know, quantum, the science, the material is one of the emerging areas for the country. MTSU has become a leader in that area. We have just a number of degree programs. We had a report from our dean of the college, Jones College of Business, about our cybersecurity program that started just a few years ago with about 30, 40 students. Now we have over 100 plus students majoring in that area. Again, meeting the needs of the community, meeting the needs of the workforce, and providing opportunities for our students to get jobs, careers, so that they can support their families and be productive members of the community.
How have we gone 40 minutes in this visit, Sidney? How have we gone without once referring to AI?
In fact, that in addition to the cybersecurity, we have a proposal that we're actually submitting to the state for funding that includes quantum, cybersecurity, and AI.
Wow.
And in fact, we have a number of our faculty members that have been working in development expertise in that area.
I would love to make the suggestion. Every time we visit, you generate my mind. I would love to make this suggestion. May go absolutely nowhere, but I'm suggesting publicly a contact to one or both of our two senators, Haggerty and Blackburn, specifically to somehow, with the administration, propose that one of the AI facilities being considered and proposed in the United States with this huge impact in AI somewhat be located in Rutherford County near MTSU and become a partner with MTSU.
That's a great recommendation. And in fact, part of our efforts on the quantum that connects with the AI, we're working with Middle Tennessee Electric in a proposal to build a hub where we connect with Oak Ridge National Lab, when we have a partnership with them to pursue the innovation and bring those kinds of advancement and technology to this area and for the state. So I guess you're somewhere sneaking around MTSU and picking up on some of the things that are happening.
I just hear from one of your best graduates, Brian. He keeps me posted every week. We need a word, Brian? A word from our sponsor, and stand by.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Well, yeah, I'll be right there.
takes all of us to power a community, both in plain sight and behind the scenes. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem is not going away.
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give him a 5-star rating.
a 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way. Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust. Trust the law offices of John Day.
At Maples Realty and Auction, we handle traditional sales, auctions, and property management. And we have a development called The Maples with local builders and amenities. I'm Betsy Maples, and this is our team. It's our people. That's the difference. Call us today and let us help you get your property sold.
I refer a lot of clients to Maples Realty when we have real estate issues that are coming up. Working with Maples has been easy for me, easy for my clients.
Put our 57 years of success to work for you. Sold!
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at WGNSradio.com.
Bill Kraus for the final few moments of the WGNS Radio Roundtable Thursday morning edition. And most hopefully you're all enjoying, as I always enjoy, the visit with Dr. Sidney McPhee, the president of Middle Tennessee State University, and Dr. McPhee's right-hand assistant for many, many years. I told him off air he must have hired child labor because Kimberly, Edgar looks so young, but yet has been a very integral part of Dr. McPhee's successful leadership. You mentioned one reference a moment ago, and maybe, I'll ask about it. Status of the hotel.
Yes.
And its impact on, I hope,
Timing is, I do believe that you have a spy on our campus.
I wish I did, but
I do believe that because just yesterday I had a meeting with the chairman of our board of trustees, Steve Smith, and our interim vice president for business and finance, and we were wrapping up our proposal with the developer that we are working with on the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly, news should be coming out as to where we are. I will say that we are making great progress in that area. We are about
no vacancies and ideas.
Yeah, it is
full house reservation.
Yes, it is. It is going very well. There's still a number of approval processes that we have to go through with the state and certainly the city. But the developer has provided a proposal that we think we're about ready to sign and move forward on. Obviously, a project of this nature has a lot of moving parts and complexities, and it takes time. But I would say by the middle of this year, there will be a major announcement as to this project and when it's going to get started.
Well, why I ask is not necessarily because Murfreesboro is also involved in negotiations for the hotel downtown, but more so to what you referred to earlier is the ability to develop partnerships with other organizations for the benefit of your students.
Yes.
And I can imagine the hospitality field with internships
Absolutely.
at all levels is sitting there right on campus.
It connects with that program. It actually is a major part of the academic program that provides professional workers for an industry which in Tennessee is one of the top industry, economic.
And growing.
Again, growing. And so we're hearing from executives in that industry. They've been very supportive of the university in this area. It is designed to complement this growing program. Another program where majors, we started out with just a few students, and now it's one of the fast-growing majors at the university.
And one area you also made reference to, and I hope I don't stir up any type of controversy, but your air world, pilots, training, relocation of your facility.
No, not at all. We are really appreciative of the years and the partnership we've had with the city of Murfreesboro. That program has been there for 70, 80 years, and we've worked really well together. The growth of the program, of course, really dictates that the university provide opportunities for that growing major. We have over 1,000 students just in the pro-pilot concentration.
And do you have a partnership with Delta?
We have a partnership with Delta and Southwest, where we're one of the first universities, aviation universities in the state, that they partner where they come in, identify students who are juniors and sophomores and juniors in the pro-pilot and the mechanic area, and pretty much guarantee them a job once they complete the program, and then put them in an accelerated program at Delta that cut their time that they spend from the regional to the big jets almost in half. And on the Shelbyville move, you drive by Shelbyville today, you will see dirt moving. The construction has begun. And it is going to be an incredible facility that provide top-notch education and experience for our students. So it's a win-win for the city, a win-win for the university, a win-win for Shelbyville.
Do you own your own planes?
50. We own over 50.
You have a larger air force than half the countries in the world.
That's right. And these are not old airplanes. These are high-tech, some of the D-40, D-90s.
I have a new name for you.
Yes.
General McPhee, the Murfreesboro
Not at all.
MTSU Air Force.
Sydney would be just great.
Okay. Do you see the potential of also educational-wise there of air controllers? A great need for training.
We had one of the top air control certificate program in the country. We had a simulator that was world-renowned. Was a 360. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago, very vibrant program, and then the interest in majors declined. Now it's back in a serious way, and so we're having some discussion about really revitalizing that program because of the demand. But we were one of the top universities that had a concentration in air traffic control and had facilities for it. It waned a bit in terms of major interests. We shut it down, but now we're looking at reopening it.
An off the top of the head question, and I know you shared it before. In fact, you even brought someone along with you from the college who talked about the economic impact. Economic impact of payroll, economic impact of purchasing dollar, and economic impact of what MTSU is for Rutherford County and the surrounding counties. We're not limited.
Absolutely incredible economic impact. Our most recent study just last year, and you're right, I brought one of our faculty members who heads it up in the Jones College of Business. We released that study at the Chamber last year, I think, for MTSU alumni spending and MTSU taxes just for the Rutherford County area. Annually, we pump in over $4 billion a year. When you expand that to statewide for MTSU alums and their businesses and the impact, it's over $15 billion annually.
Phenomenal.
So, like I said, it's one of the engines, one of the significant engines that really run economic impact, the engines of this community. And we are really grateful to be a part of this community. We are more of a contributor than anything else to the quality of life for this area, this state in Rutherford County, in the Middle Tennessee area, city of Murfreesboro.
Is there a comparative of number of employees, faculty, staff, et cetera, at MTSU and Nissan Smyrna? And I'm trying to, in my own mind, see, is there a comparative in statistics?
Very close, although Nissan is, I think, the number one, and MTSU
You're
is
right
number
behind.
2 and number 3. That's right behind them.
Final question, and I'm going to put your thinking cap on. And Kim, if you want to throw in on this one personally, magic wand for 10 years from today, MTSU, Murfreesboro, magic wand. Any continued growth, continued quality, continued involvement, continued impact?
I would say continued growth and quality of what we produce in terms of our students and the impact that we have statewide. We're one of the most efficient universities by all metrics.
As
in
well
the
as
state.
effective.
And
Always
effective.
have to be sure efficiency and
efficiency and effective. We produce more students for less state dollars than any university in the state. So next 10 years, we hope to continue that trajectory and obviously become more ingrained in the community. You'll be hearing about the Lightning Zone initiative that we have a community advisory group where we plan to expand activities in the Greenland area with the renovation and the construction of new athletic facilities. We'd like to see restaurants. We'd like to see the Greenland area.
Can you call it Lightning?
Yeah, Lightning Zone.
You're going to also have thunder with it?
Well, we hope so. But as you know, our mascot is Lightning.
Okay.
Okay.
It makes a lot of noise with thunder.
The mythical Greek. I'm sure you took your Greek course in
it was all Greek to me.
Yeah. Touche.
Thank you. We have thoroughly enjoyed, and I always enjoy, and I will also say this on the air, Kim, it won't be long before another introduction to be with us this morning will be forthcoming about every 3 to 4 months. I love that idea because you bring to the community, to WGNS and its listeners, you bring not only data, not only statistics, not only fact of development, fact of involvement, fact of the future. You bring the heart and soul of MTSU to this community. And it's the heart and soul that I value the most because that's what life's all about.
Well, the feeling is mutual, and thank you so much for having us. You're awesome. Yeah, we appreciate the opportunity to have these conversations with you in this program.
Keep up the great work, and thank you for bringing Kim.
Yes.
You know, the lady behind the screen who I always am communicating with, but it's so nice to have met you.
It's a pleasure.
Kimberly Edgar and Dr. Sidney McPhee. May
you so
life
much.
be full speed ahead.
Same for you. Same.
Thank you. We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna,